Being alone will change your life. I promise you, being alone will change your life 360. And if you are someone who's been getting the nudge, like you've been seeing the signs plastered everywhere around you, that you've outgrown certain people, you've outgrown certain situations, you've outgrown basically almost everything that exists in your life in and out, then you need to stick to this video, and this video is for you. Like, you need to watch to the end. And I speak of this as someone who's constantly on a journey of growth, of personal development, trying to constantly change, elevate, improve my life and well-being, you know. Being alone is the first step to change. Solitude is the first step to change. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you why I think and believe that being alone will and can change your life. Because in that moment of solitude, most people only focus on the silence, on how loud the silence is, on how alone they are. And they're like, why am I alone? Nobody wants to talk to me. Because you've outgrown them, duh. They are no longer who you think they are, and they don't see you as who you think you used to be. It's change in emotion. It is growth in emotion. So if you are feeling like, oh, my life is so boring, I don't have friends around me, I don't have anybody around me, nobody seems to fit my ideal friendship anymore, I don't fit in anywhere, it's because you are becoming something different, something extraordinary, something exceptional. And the earlier you tap into that, the better. The earlier you listen to those signs, to those messages, the better. Hi guys, my name is Adefe and welcome back to my channel. One thing I've realized about a period of growth is that it always comes with pain, and in that moment of pain, if you don't learn your lesson, it would keep happening, it will keep repeating itself until you learn. That is what the universe does. Like, that is it. So the earlier you look at your situation as, what is this teaching me? What am I supposed to learn from this? How can I be better? Like, you start questioning everything, the better. Seriously. So being alone will bring to you, it would give you a sense of self. Because when you are alone, you start to reflect inward. You know, you start to search for answers. You start to think, just basically questioning everything that surrounds you. Because in that moment of stillness, you can't just but think about how everything around you is working, how everything around you keeps changing. So you start to question things, you start to question childhood, how you were raised, your relationships, you know, basically everything about you, that question starts raising out, like you start raising in from within, like, why is this way? And that is what solitude does to you. It makes you self-aware. And that self-awareness that you develop gives you a sense of self. Because from trying to develop self-awareness, you start to learn, you relearn and unlearn. You just don't unlearn and don't, you learn, relearn and unlearn. I mean, you unlearn first anyway. You unlearn first, then you learn, and then you relearn. So that it sticks. So that the lesson sticks. So that it doesn't happen to you again. So that when the universe decides to test you again, you can overcome this. You're like, I've seen this before. No. Evil. This can't happen to me twice. Because I know how this shit works. No, I'm not going to fail this. No. You know? Being alone gives you a sense of judgment of your own. You develop your own opinions. You tap into your intuitive power. You're able to use your intuitions to lead, to guide, to direct yourself. Don't just follow people blindly anymore. Just don't listen to everything anybody's saying. Like, oh yeah, it's supposed to be like this. No. You start to actually use your God-given senses. You start to actually use your God-given brain, intuition. You start to listen to your own inner voice more than outside voices. Also, being alone, I believe that it gives you power. It makes you become so powerful. Because tell me, how is there no strength in being able to stand alone when most everybody around you is on a certain path and you're like, no, this is what I want to do. Like you are able to deviate. Like you are like, oh no, I want to build my own path. I'm going to carve my own path for myself and work with it. Just because I was raised a certain way, just because I was brought up a certain way, just because I was taught to be and become somebody certain, I don't know, whatever bullshit that we've been fed, just because that has been programmed into you, you don't want to be that anymore. Now you are trying to become your own self, and that is power in itself. The ability to carve your own path, to say, no, this is how I want to live my life. This is the vision I have for myself. How powerful is that? Self awareness brings you power. Also, when you are alone, you are more grounded in your being. You don't wait for others to validate you, to feel, yeah, okay, this is how I'm supposed to live my life or whatever. You are grounded in yourself. You are like a tree planted on fertile ground. Your root is deeply like stuck in the ground. Like nothing can shake you, nothing can move you. Old trends, old people, old toxic cycle, whatever. It's like a wind blowing by, just passing, and your root is deeply grounded. Nothing can move you, nothing can shake you. That is what being alone does for you. And then again, I feel like once people age, having to look inward, like most people can't deal with the pain of having to face themselves, because this the silence is just killing. You know, you might somehow slip into depression if you're not careful, if you don't navigate it the right way, because you might basically start internalizing problematic, I don't know, conditioning, like, oh, I'm the problem. Oh, it's just me. Meanwhile, it's not even you at all. You are just being on your own timeline that the universe has programmed for you to be. You are just basically living your life. You're just basically existing, like doing what you have to do. You are just on your own journey. And just because other people don't resonate with you or whatever, you think you are the problem. Why is it that most of us, when we go through shit with people, we tend to blame ourselves first? Why can't it be the other person? Why is it that we internalize, I don't know, victim mentality so much that I don't know if I should call him victim mentality. Why do you always have to be the problem? Why is it that the first time anything happens that is not in your favor, I just have bad luck? Why? Ah, I'm just a very problematic person. I must be the problem. That is why. Why? Why is your thought process that? Why can't you think maybe I'm just so good that they can't flow with me? How about that? How about mind reprogramming, you know? How about I carry so much light that they can't comprehend? How about that? Especially when it comes to men. How about I'm just my own person that they can't manipulate or control me or tell me how I should live my life? How about that? I'm just that powerful. How about that? How about owning your power? Hmm? Please, please. And also, being alone teaches you how to love yourself. Being alone makes you realize there is no true love anywhere except from yourself. Like you are your own true love. Like I know most of us grew up watching Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, Cinderella. Oh, I'm gonna find you are your own true love. I tell you, nobody can love you more than you love yourself. If you look at the characteristics of being human, man, whatever, by nature is selfish. We think about ourselves first. Think about all the times you think others were thinking about you, maybe they're thinking about your hair. Nobody cares. Let me just put it that way. Nobody gives a shit about you. I mean, they might care because they are looking at, how can I be better than this person? But they don't care. They don't care about you. Let it stick. You are the only person that cares about yourself. Anybody that claims to love you, even if, they will still think about themselves first before they think about you. Let that sink in. You are your own true love. And that is what solitude will make you realize. Because when you start asking questions, in that moment of silence, when you start journaling, you know, you start healing from within. And that is what you should start doing. If you need journal prompts, go on Pinterest, Instagram. These things is a lot of creators are doing this nowadays. Pinterest especially, journal prompts, anything you're trying to heal, anything you're trying to develop. Journal prompts on childhood trauma, journal prompts on, I don't know, relationship toxicity, abandonment issues. You see it. Answer all those questions. Literally read, research, watch personal development videos. Like, we have so much shitty people these days, is annoying. Nobody wants to face the pain of growth. The moment they realize, oh, this journey is not easy. Who thought it's going to be easy? It's not going to be easy. And that's the whole point. You have to do it anyway. The moment they realize, oh, this is not so easy, I don't want to do this, I don't want, everybody backs out. They go back to reset, like, oh, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can be alone. I don't think. That's because you are a weak person. You are weak. You are weak. If you were not, perseverance, consistency, resilience, does that sound familiar? Those are traits that people should have, a powerful person should have. And that is why you keep experiencing shitty situations so many times. You think it's your family problem, or you think it's a background problem, whereby it's even you causing more problems for yourself. Please change your ways. Nobody said it was going to be easy. And that is the point. The pain of growth would bring forth a newer version of you, a much more different, stronger version of you. Like, at the end of that dark tunnel, you would come out and you will look at yourself and you'll be like, I did not believe I can be this person. I'm speaking from experience now. I did not believe I can be this person. Like, wow, I can be this powerful. I can be this important. And people notice when your energy shifts. People notice that power. Please change your ways. Change your ways. I don't have anything to say, really. When you are alone, you come to terms with the fact that your life is in your hands, like your path is yours, and you carve it however way you choose to, regardless of what society says, regardless of what they think, I don't know, regardless of whatsoever factors, external factors. You realize that your path is yours, and you decide what to do with it. Not your parents, not your family members, not your whatever. I mean, anybody that's close to you or anybody that you trusted fellow. You realize that your path is yours. So please, if you've been getting that nudge, that it's time for growth, it's time to develop yourself, it's time to work on many things that has been going wrong inside of you. Take this as your sign. Take this video as your reminder. Your path is yours. If this is your first time of coming across my video, please subscribe. And if this video is something that really resonates with you, please like, share, and comment to see more of my videos.